Yeah. Hello, all. Good morning and good evening. So, in today's class, we are discussing about events booking app. That's the last app of Angular 9. So, events booking, which contains every concept of Angular, and along with the JWT authentication, the token-based authentication system, we'll see because we have login and logouts. So, I have just created this app. I mean the project. So, I have to integrate Bootstrap first. So let me copy the bootstrap and events booking paste, and let me configure the bootstrap styles. Go to angular.json, notepad plus plus. Yeah, these styles copy and back to events booking, angular.json, paste. Okay, done. So it's ready, and let me load this to WebStorm. Okay, so let me start the server. Yeah, it's still loading. Okay, meanwhile, we discuss the what okay, we discussed meanwhile application structure. So let me go to paint. Okay, structure looks like this. mm, okay, this is the app. Here I need a number, and this number contains a brand, something called events booking. So along with this, there are two types of events will be available. One is free events and one is pro events. Free events, and the other one is pro events. And also we have upload option for uploading events, and also we have two other options. One is login and one is logout. Sorry, not logout, it's a login and register. Okay, so these are the links available. So free events, let me give a box for them. So free events is one link, pro events is one link, upload is a link, login and register. Fine. Next, how the events looks like is it looks like a card again. Uh, you'll have a big card like this, and in the card you'll be having an image here. This is going to be the image. Here you'll be having an image, and here the event's name and booking information, event's name and date, and we also have booking button. Okay, let's create. So here book now button. Okay, like that. And upload is like having a upload functionality with the form and login form and registration form. Okay, fine. This is how application looks like. So for this, we need to have a backend and also database and the compute front end. Okay, so let me check. Yes, it is started. Let me open this application first. Okay, started. But first of all, I don't want to start with Angular first. I want to make the backend part, right? Let's create free events and pro events booking, and all the backend API we're gonna create. Okay, and then we'll integrate that API with the client Angular. Okay, let's create a server part first. So here, in the same events booking, I'll create a new folder, new directory called server, and in this we have to use Express.js. Okay, let me make a note of it. Events booking app as a complete full stack app. So concepts covered. So one concepts of Angular we're gonna cover is so Angular data binding and form handling and routing and services and HTTP modules and JWT authentication and what else? Yeah, these concepts are covered. Next, so technologies use. We use front end is Angular plus Bootstrap and backend is Express.js and Node.js, and also we use MongoDB as a database. Next, so pages in app. So how many pages? Pages we have free events and the pro events and upload events and login and register. Okay, as of now, logout functionality also there, but logout is not having any backend part. Okay, okay, fine. So now let's start with Express server, Express server setup. So Express server setup, we need some node modules. So what node modules required is first Express is a third-party module for creating web apps at server side, and we need MongoDB for database storage, and we need body parser for form handling, and we need cards for cross-browser access. Okay, so let me make okay, this is fine, and let's take the backend API information. Okay, we'll start, and first of all, let me save this. Okay, on desktop events minus booking app. Fine. So let's make a server setup. We need to install all these modules. So I have created a servers folder. Let me open this in terminal. Okay, so here npm. First of all, you want to install all third-party modules. You need to have a package.json. So you can create a package.json using npm init. It asks for yes server package name server only. Next version. Okay, description events booking app backend entry point. I need app.js. I'll create test command, no GitHub master, no keywords. Author you want, you can write. Yeah, yes. So I got the package.json. Let me install the required plugins. So first of all, npm install Express. If save. Next, npm install body parser. Npm install MongoDB. And npm install cors save. Okay, fine, looks good. And let me go create a file, because in package.json we create a main file is app.js. So let me quickly create that. So new javascript app.js. So let me configure the uh, express server. So constant express is equal to require express. Next, constant app is equal to, you have to initialize the express, the constant host name 127.0.0.1, and the constant port number is equal to 3000. And what else? App.get, just for a basic get request, slash we need to make a request listener request and response. Let's make but first of all, see, express module has not loaded here in the library, so let me enable that library here, because get is not recognized. Okay, how to enable library? File settings, uh, language and frameworks, JavaScript libraries. Let me enable Express and MongoDB. Apply. Okay, and yeah, it's gone. Next, let's say response dot send. I just display a basic response back. Let's say h2. So welcome to events booking app backend server. Okay, fine. And next, app dot listen to the port number and the host name, and the one callback. So let's make a console log of backtick. Let's make a express server is started at http:// we need to add a host name and colon port number. Okay, then. Fine, but I have to configure extra extra body parser. Constants body parser is equal to require body parser. but I have to configure this using a JSON parser and URL encoded body parser. Let me just go to Google, type for body parser. Okay, fine. In this, yeah, JSON parser and also encoder parser. Let's make this as constant and this also constant. And let me configure them. Let's write a comment. Configure body parser. So how? So app.use. You can configure them like JSON parser and also app.use URL encoder body parser. That, and I also configure the chords. So let me import chords is equal to require chords. Okay, and then let me configure that. So let's say configure chords. So app.use. So here you can use the chords. That it's fine, but I have to configure the MongoDB database also. So first that I'll create a folder directory database, and here I want to create a file that is something db operations.js, and here we have to configure the MongoDB, but we have already done this code. So let me grab that from I think employee portal server database DB operations. Let me open this code. Sorry, no scan. Open this code. Yes, this is the code. Copy this, paste it. Yep. So we have the local URL and database name. Database name is different. That's events minus booking is the database name, and we have two methods. One is connect to database and get database connection object. Okay, fine. What to do? Okay, let me get this here because I have to connect to MongoDB database as soon as server starts. Okay, let me import that here. So constant MongoDB is equal to require. Let's get the file as a custom module. So dot slash database folder slash DB operations, and let me create a database connection object when as soon as server starts. So where I write the logic is here. Create the database connection object. Okay, let's do MongoDB dot uh, create database connection. So here you will be having a callback function. So inside you can make use of this function. Okay, so when you call this, you get the message connected to MongoDB successfully, and as soon as that is finished, we're gonna get this server starts. Okay, let me uh, start the server once. So go to terminal. But before I start, let me configure the run command here in the package.json. Okay, so here let's make a start script. I use nodemon. We have already installed nodemon. So app.js. Okay, so if you have configured nodemon, you have to start with npm start. So back to terminal, npm start. You got error. MongoDB network failed. Acha, maybe MongoDB has stopped. Let me try from outside. Yes, MongoDB server has stopped. Let me go to run command. Let's say services.msc. Let me start that using Windows services. Yeah, here let me select MongoDB server. Yeah, start. Okay, started. And can I connect from here? Yes, connected. So show DBs. 2 minutes. I have already this database. I'll delete that because I had to create again. So use events minus booking, and let's say DB start drop database. Okay, drop it. So let me create again. Sorry, show DBs. Yeah, I have only this employee portal and HLDB. Let me create the database again. So database name exactly events minus booking. Okay. So DB, not DB, use events minus booking. Enter. Yeah, it is switch. So now what tables you need? Okay, let me make a tables information before this. Database information. Okay, database is database. What we're gonna create is events minus booking and tables. So what tables I want is events is a table for free events, and pro events is for pro events, and users is for login. The person has to log in and register for that users. And even for upload also will be either pro events will store or free events will store. Okay, so upload functionality used for these two tables. Fine. Now, so the three tables required. Let me create them. First of all, events db dot create collection, create collection of events. Next, pro events. Next, users, users. Okay, then so we have three tables. Let me check. So show collections. We have three tables. So let me. So now database is up and running. So let me start the server one more time. Um, okay, so here npm start. Okay, so connected to MongoDB successfully, and server also has been started. Express server has been started. So meanwhile, let me open the MongoDB Compass. Okay, let me connect to local. Yeah, I have events booking. In that events, pro events, users, yes, everything is there. Fine, but no data. That's fine. So now what server connection is done, and I need to make an API for all this, I mean, for all this backend operations. So I need to create a backend API. So for that, I have to create a router. So server new directory routes. So here I'm gonna create a new JavaScript, something called API router. So let me make the router. So constant express is equal to require express, and then to load the router. Constant router is equal to express dot router, and then so router dot get and all, and finally you have to export that. Let me make it here. Module dot exports is equal to sorry router. Then we will write a configuration here, but first of all I want to configure this router with the app.js. So let's say constant API router is equal to require it's a custom dot slash routes slash API router, and let me configure the API router as well. So app.use for slash API have to goes API router. Fine. So I have configured the router, and let me start the logic here. So I need to create a function for events to get all the events. Okay, get the free events, and here what you do router dot get method, and okay, let's make a path is slash events, and one handler. Let's make a request and response. So here you have to write logic. Let's make a logic. Okay, let me test. Let me write a basic response dot JSON. Message is get all events to do. Yeah, we'll make it fine. So get all events, and get the pro events, and the path is going to be pro minus events from URL, and this is for pro events to do, and I need to make an upload. So upload events. So for upload, I need upload, and it's a post request. So this is so uploading events to do. And one more thing is I need to register. Okay, register is post again, copy. So register a user. So it's going to be post method. Register is the path. So user registration, and copy again, paste it for login. So user login to do. Fine. So these are all the uh, functions we have to implement. So let's make the actual API information also here. So API information is going to be first one, get all free events. So for getting all the free events, so I need a method. Okay, let's take first URL. URL is going to be http colon slash slash 127.1 colon 3000 colon sorry slash API slash, because why I'm using API is in app.js we have configured the slash API. So from then API router starts. So here what is there? Events. Yep. So it's going to be events. It's a get request. So method is going to be the get request, and express function. Let's take router function. That is going to be router dot get, and MongoDB function is going to be get fetch. Let's say let's take db dot find. Let's say find function. Okay, anything else? Yep. Okay, so let's make all other. Let me copy this, paste it. So get the pro events. So it's gonna be pro minus events, and let's make a table name. Table name is going to be events, and what fields you have to submit. Okay, this is very important. Let's make it here. So what fields you're gonna submit here? Actually, for getting events, no fields you have to submit because it's not a post request, just a get request. So no fields. I mean, the fields means the parameter which is coming from the client URL. Okay, fine. Let's make the same here. Let's make a pro events, and it's gonna be the get request again. Get no fields find, and its table name is pro events, not minus. Here minus is there, but here not there. Fine. Next, copy this. So upload. So upload events. For upload events, path is going to be upload. Yes, post request and router.post, and fields you have to submit. Yeah, here you need to submit some fields. So I need first event name and image URL and date, what date the event is going to be, and also the type. So type means what type of event we have to select on the client. See, I just tell you here. When you click on upload, you have fields like event name and what event name and image URL you have to upload, and date when the event is going to be, and also type. If you select free type, it has to go and insert in the free events table. If you select the pro type, it's going to insert in the pro events table. That's the upload functionality. So I have made type also. Type is going to be the free or pro. So type must be either free or pro. Fine. So here upload means you need to insert one method. Fine. Table. Table is gonna be either pro events or events. Depends. Okay. Next, upload over. Let's make login functionality. So login a user. API slash login is gonna be the post request, and function is going to be router dot post, and fields. So what fields you are making for login? It's very simple: email and password. And the function for login, right? You have to check. It's a find one. You have to find based on email. Okay, it's a user dot email, and table is going to be the users. And let's make a registration also. So register a user. So for user registration, I need register. I think it's correct. Register. Oh, login also I made register. Login, and this is register. Okay, find post method, and here for registration, email, password, as well as username also required. Okay, three fields, and find one, not actually find one. Um, it's a registration, right? It's a insert one record, and you have to insert the whole user. Fine, and table is going to be the users. Fine. So this is the backend API information, and let's finish off this part. Okay, go to server again. First, let's start with fetching all the events. So here, what to do? I need to have database connection object to fetch all the events. So let's make mm, okay, get database connection object. First, I'll do constant MongoDB is equal to require dot slash. I think it is dot slash database folder slash DB operations, and here let DB is equal to MongoDB dot uh, create no creation already done with the server startup. You have to get the object, and then db dot collection. So what is that? uh, table name is going to be the events dot find all the records. So find function, no parameter has to pass because we have to fetch all the records without condition. And dot to array is loading, yeah, to array. And here you have error comma records. Sorry, it's actually a function, error and records. So if any error, just throw the error and records. So records have to send as a response. So response dot status I'll send. So status is just 200 successful status dot JSON. Okay, records as it is. I'm gonna send it back. Okay, fine. So it just query the events table and find all the records and send it as a response to the client. Fine. Let's make a same thing for pro events as well. So for pro events, database connection, but table name is going to be pro events, and make sure path is pro minus events, but database is pro events, no space here. Fine. So records you get for pro events. Fine. And upload events. Upload actually is different. So you have to submit the form data. First you have to get the form data. Okay. Get the form data. So what fields required for upload is, see, for upload we want name, URL, date, and type. Okay, let's take a special object. Let's event, not just event, is equal to. So you're gonna submitting event from the client. So I need these fields: name, date, and URL. So let's make the name. Name I'm gonna get from the request object, request dot body, because you are submitting the form data. So request dot body dot name, and URL is going to be the request object dot body dot URL, and we need date. So date is gonna send us the request object dot body dot date, and finally I need the type. So what type of the field is request dot body dot type. Okay, so I got events object, and we have to insert this based on the type. If it is free or pro, it can be two types, either free or pro. If it is free, insert into events table. If it is pro, insert into pro events table. So first of all, I have to get the database connection object. Let me copy and paste it, and fine, let's check. if condition, if um, event dot type is equal to free events. Okay, let's make for free events. I have to insert into the events table. So how to insert db dot collection, and here events dot insert one record, that's going to be event, comma one callback is going to be the error and record. So insertion successful. So if any error, just throw the error, and response dot status. If it is inserted successfully, then status 200 dot JSON. I will make the inserted record. That's it. Fine. Insert into events. Next, else. This is for pro events. Don't make else because not sure. Let's copy this as it is. Let me copy the if condition and paste it. Let's make this is pro, and if it is pro, insert into pro events, and everything is success, and send as a response record. Fine. So it depends if it is free or pro. So two tables, events and pro events. Fine. The support functionality will test the backend using Insomnia software first, and registration. Registration. Yep. So we need to get some fields here again. So get the form data. So for registration, we are submitting this username, email, and password. Let me get them from the URL. So let is a user object is equal to name, not name. Let's take username. So request object dot body dot username, and email is going to be the request object dot body dot email, and password request object dot body dot password. Fine. So I got the user object, and this we have to insert into a table called users. So let me get database connection object first. Where was that? Yeah, get database connection object, and then insert. So db dot collection. The collection what I'm going to insert is users, user or users. It's users, and let's check API users. Fine. Users dot insert one record. That's a user, comma one callback function. So this is having error and the record. So if any error, just throw the error and the record. So confirmation purpose, I can make a normal message, or okay, let's make like this. Let's make a response dot, because once a registration is success, I have to display some success message on the client. So that's the reason. So response dot status is going to be 200 dot JSON. I go to send a message with an object. This message is going to be registration is success. Fine, there's a message. If required, we'll change it later, but as of now, it's enough. Next, lastly, login functionality. So for login, I have to get again some fields. What fields? So only just email and password. Let me get them. Get fields from browser. Okay. So let's user is equal to an object. here email is required. That's the email is going to be the request object dot body dot email, and also the password. So request object dot body dot password. Okay, so I got username and password. So we have to verify is the same username password is available in the table structure. So how we do that? We have to make a find function. So first get database connection object. Okay, so here what you do is db dot collection. The table name is going to be the again users dot find one record, and but you have to provide a condition based on the email. So let's provide the email. Email is going to be the user object dot email comma one function. Okay, so I'm just checking a condition with email, and here you have error and record. So if any error, just uh, if any error, just throw the error. Okay, so we have to cross check is email is valid or not. I'll just write like this: if not record, if record is not found, it means email is not match. So let's make like this: response dot status. I'm gonna make unauthorized request because for unauthorized request there is a status called 401 for unauthorized status dot JSON. I'm gonna send a JSON for unauthorized. Let's make an object with a message. Let's take invalid email. Okay, that's one thing. And if uh, if record is found, okay, so maybe password wrong. So how to do record dot password. Record dot password is not is equal to my user dot password. Maybe password wrong. So that case again unauthorized, stating that invalid password. Okay, if everything is success, um, you can make else if, yeah, if everything is success, so I need to make the response. So response dot status is going to be the 200, and just say that there's a now as of now. Actually, we have to send a token and all. So as of now, just make a message. Message is going to be the login is success. Login is success. But here, instead of doing this one, can I make that one more if condition? If condition, I'll make like this: record dot email is equal to the user dot email, and also record dot password is equal to user dot password. That's better. Okay, if everything match, then only login success. Fine. So that's logic. And fine. So we have made the backend API part. Let me test the API first. So to test the API, we don't have any data here, but let's insert some data. But how the insertion data happens is because we need to insert some data means I need to go to actually how I got an idea of this app is there is a website called Events Now. Let me go there. Let's type Events Now. Yeah, this is a website. Even we're going to create the same kind of website. Yeah, this is a website, and this website having a full of events. So these type of events I want. So I want to insert some records first. Okay. So to test this, we need Insomnia software. So let me open Insomnia software to test the backend API. Come on. Okay, so I already have something. Let me delete all. Let me make it from the scratch. Okay, it's a plain Insomnia software. So I need what? I have to test. Okay, so first testing of upload events. I have to test the upload events. So for upload, what we do is create new request, Control N, upload events is gonna be the post request and create, and the URL is going to be upload. Fine, but I have to upload some events now here because there is no data. So what I do is let me go to the form, and what you have to submit for the upload is you have to submit a name of events. So name is going to be, let me get some events from here. Okay, event is this. Oh, today, not it's tomorrow. Okay, name is going to be URL, image URL. I'll just right click, copy image address. I'll paste image URL, and then date. Date is to be some 10th March, and type. So type can be either free or so let's make free events as of now. So free, it's fine. So four records, I mean four fields, and click on send. Yes, it is inserted. Insert count is one. And one more thing, if you make a free event, is gonna insert in the events table. Let me go to events. Yes, one record has been inserted successfully. So let's make quickly a multiple events. Um, Let me close this. Let me this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, 6 and 7, 8, and then 9. Okay, let me quickly insert these 9. Go to here. Event name is sorry. Event name is this. URL is this, and 10th March same. Okay, done. Next. Okay, some records inserted. Let me check once. Back to table, refresh. So you have 9 records. Okay, it's fine. Let's make pro events. So close all, and then let's start with the other events. I think this one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's make 8. For pro events, you have to select the pro option because it inserts in the pro table. So let me send once. Yeah, let me check pro events. Yeah, one table, one record. That's that. Next, let me insert them. All other. Okay, insertion done. Let me close all and also go back to database and check. Refresh. So 8 records. Okay, pro events 8 records and pre events is 9 records. Fine. And then in users, I had to insert some records. So let's like a registration. Let's create control N, register a user, a new user. Again, a post request, create. Yeah, for registration, I need to have a URL. It is this. So for registration, you have to submit some fields like a username, email, and password. Let's create some few users. Username, and I'm making exactly username because in the code we have taken username field, so it must match username, email, and password because this is what coming from the browser. Username, email, and password. So I make username and going to be something called Rajan. Email, some Rajan at gmail.com, and password. Password is going to be Rajan P is the password. Okay, let me send. Yes, registration success. Let me create another user and also check database once. Refresh. Yes, one record inserted with the password, username, email. Fine. Let me insert my name, Naveen at gmail.com, and password is just Naveen P. Enter. Fine. So two users has inserted. Fine. Okay. Just for testing purpose, two enough. Fine. So we have done two post requests, and let me fetch data. So I need to fetch all the events. So let me make control N new request get all free events. So how to get all free events is get request. So that is going to be this URL free event. Let me copy back to here Insomnia and let me paste it. Click on send. Yes, I got all the free events. Fine. And control N new request. So get pro events. As again I get request. So for that we need another URL. That's a pro events. Let me copy back to here and paste and send it. Yes, I got pro events. Fine. And what else? Login. So let me test the login information because we know the username and password. Let me log in a user. Control N. Login a user. It's a post request because you have to submit a form with two fields. One is sorry, email and password. No username. Fine. URL is this one and form. Let's make email. I'll make Naveen at gmail.com and password. I'll submit a correct password only Naveen P and click on send. Yes, login success, but if I delete that P and only Naveen, so password wrong. So invalid password and 401 because we made what here? Where is login? I think login last. Yeah. So we made 401 as status. 401 means unauthorized request, invalid password. Okay, I'll make a password correct. And email wrong. Email I write something something. Click on send. So invalid email. Yeah, looks good. And if I make a proper thing and click on send, could not connect to server. Why all of a sudden? 1 minute. Mongo. Yeah, it's connecting, right? Maybe some error has come, it seems. Yes. Cannot read property password of null. Something went wrong in the code. Record dot password. This one. Hmm, email user dot email if you provide email. And record dot password is user dot password is correct only. Then why like that? Let me test one more time. Send could not connect to server. Cannot read property password of null in the API router line number 84. 2 minutes. Here it's saying that record.password is not equal to user.password. Acha. But we are passing a password, right? Password spelling correct. It's correct only. 1 minute. Let me restart npm start. Okay, so started. Let me check. Yeah, login success. Some problem is there. If I don't enter, then invalid password. Okay, password correct. Email wrong. Invalid email correct. When I make it back, everything correct and click on send. Yes, some problem once you have enter wrong details and then correct details. Could not connect to server. Again, you get the null. Password is coming as null over here. Let's do one thing. Let me keep them inside else if and don't make anything, just else. Okay, if no record email is wrong and if password is wrong, then password wrong. If nothing else, then obviously login success. Let me check once. So server started successfully. Okay, let me test. Everything is correct. Let me send. Yes, login success. I remove the password. Login fail. Password correct. Email wrong. Email is wrong. Then now everything correct. This time only we got error. Now login success. Yes, looks good. If I enter something, password wrong. Yes. So now in P login success. I make something. Email is wrong. Gmail.com and send. Yes, success. Fine, looks good. So login pro all free events. Everything we have tested. So the complete backend we have tested. No error. It was previous. Fine. So backend is ready. So let's design the front end to make I mean this page, and then we'll start with getting data from the backend and then upload functionality and all we'll see. So first of all, we need to make this front end. So back to let's close all. So server part is over. If you want, we'll see if any changes we'll see in the latter. Go to Angular. Now shift to Angular. src app.html. Let me check what was there. Yes, I got this as a, I mean, initial application of Angular. And I don't need all this. I just delete, but I need the router. So application router is required. Let's make a router outlets. Fine. So here we need some components. So let's create a components of the front end part. Let's make a so front end part components required. Let's take components. So what components required is I need one is navbar components, and I need free events components, and pro events pro minus events components, and upload events upload components, upload events components. Then better you make here free minus events components. So navbar free events pro events upload events, and also I need a login components, or let's take login user and then register minus user components. Let me do one thing, make it here. So navbar free events pro events upload events login user register user. Okay, fine. So what services? I need two set of services. One is for events and one is for users. So for events and all, one service. That's a event service. And for users, I need one service. That's a user service. Let's take users or user service. Events service because collection of events. Just user service. Let me quickly create them and then we'll start about the UI parts. Go to here app. Let me create a new directory components. So here open in terminal nggc navbar. So it creates navbar components. Come on. Yeah, and then what free manage events. Next, pro events. And upload events. And login user. And then lastly, register user. Fine. So let me create. Let me check once. In components, we have all the components, and I create one more folder called services. New directory services. So here in this, let me go to services folder. Cd space dot dot previous folder. Cd space services folder. You can do right click and open terminal. Here nggs for service. We need two services. One is event service and user service. Let's take event service, and other one is user service. Fine. So in services, I have two services. Yes, looks good. And events, fine. So we made everything, and let's start with the front end part. Let's make a navbar and all this. So let's start with the navbar components navbar, and let me configure the navbar here. Let's say app navbar. Yes, navbar works. Let's make this as the proper navbar. So go to Bootstrap. Let me grab the navbar. So documentation and components in this navbar. Let me copy the navbar code and paste it in the navbar.html. Say loading. Yeah. Let me paste it. So first of all, I have to keep everything inside a container. Okay, let's check. Okay, it's a navbar, but I don't need this much dark color because I need light color navbar only. So where was that in the book? Bootstrap CSS style.css. Somewhere BG light. It was light gray color, and this is also light gray color. Okay, fine. This is what my navbar, and I don't need these my links. Let's make my own links. So back to navbar, and let's make this is events booking, but I don't need a text. I need the image here. So what you do is delete. You want image? Let me get the image from the this application. This image I want. So right click, save image as on my desktop. Just say logo, save. So I got logo. Let me copy, and I want to keep the image in the assets folder because we'll keep images in assets folder. So in the src assets, I create a new directory called image img. In that I'll paste it. Okay, let me give that path here, image src dot slash assets slash image folder slash logo.png, and let me give the class called image fluid. Let's check once. Yeah, it's came. And these links, let's modify. um I don't need the span, I don't need this active, and I don't need these links. Delete all. And form is not required. Okay, fine. So here I need free event something. Let's make here free events. Let me copy this. So pro events and upload events. Pro events, upload events. Let me give little gap. That's px2 padding. One. I need two other things. This one is login and register. So let me copy this URL, paste again. I'll change this to ML auto. I have to push to right side. Yeah, right side I need login and register. Only two is enough. So this is for login and this is for register. And here I'll give some icons. I tag the class fe minus user circle, and here the class fe minus user something astronaut, some icon, but icon not display because maybe it's not stored in the browser, but we need to have connection to, wait I tell you, in angular.json we have connected font awesome local, but we need to connect the global font awesome to get this icon. So global font awesome I think I have in my bootstrap folder. Let me go to online classes, bootstrap complete files here. Yeah, this link font awesome dot release this thing copy. So I need this here. Where you connect this is go to index.html. Here you can make anywhere. Let's take link and paste. Yes, this is what I wanted for online font awesome. And then refresh. See, it's got fine. So this is an hour, and let's make the links for all the pages, all the links. And first, let me configure them in the router. So what I do is let me close all and let me configure the router. So router is going to be app routing module. Yeah, routing starts here. So path is gonna be empty. So if you are sending an empty path, so first of all it has to go to, even you make empty request, it has to go to the free events page. What happened? Oh, here is the okay empty path. I need to go to redirect to slash events and path match is full. So even though you enter empty request, it must redirect to free events page. So free events can be accessed without login. And next another one path. If you make events, it will make roll a component. That's events, not event. It's a free events component and comma. And if it is pro minus events, so I had to load pro events components. Next, if you make upload this upload, um, you can take upload events also. Okay, upload events is going to be the upload events components. Next, for login, I'll make login components. Next, register. So for register, I'll make a register components, register user components. Okay, it's fine. So we made all the links, and let me modify the navbar to make proper routing. So go to navbar components, navbar.html. Yeah, here I have to make not href. Let's make a router link. Sorry, router link is to be slash and free events. So here router link is going to be slash events, and here router link is going to be slash pro minus events for upload. Router link to be slash upload minus events. Next, here login. Let's make router link is going to be slash login. Finally, router link is going to be slash register. Okay, fine. Let me check one. See, as soon as you loaded an empty, redirect to events page, free events, pro events, upload events, login, register. So all working, and let's make the active link here. How to make active is here router link active is equal to active class, my own class. Let's make it here. Let me copy that. If the link is active, some special effects or special styles. Let's make this and this. Let me make the active class name. Let me go to global styles, style dot css. Yeah, in the global, I'll just take dot active. I make some text shadow, just 0 and 3 pixels and 3 pixels, and black. Check once. Yeah, I'm on free events. Now pro events, upload events, login, register. Yeah, just to indication. Even you can change the colors and all. Fine, looks good. So this is, can we make color as dark red? That works. This is going to be white. But white not looks good here. Okay, let's make black. Okay, this is better. Fine. So we made an navbar. Okay. So fine. Enough for today's class. Tomorrow we will finish off all the pages properly and we'll fetch data from the database and do it. And then we'll continue with, we will just do the actual login and registration process, and the JWT authentication we'll see tomorrow. Okay. So that's it, enough for this class. And thank you so much for joining, and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.